here on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, a 200-mile narrow stretch of barrier islands on the East Coast. And I'm gonna show you the top things to do here. Let's go. Here I am in the midst of the Outer Banks near my campground. This is one of the more unique coastal destinations in the country, and on this adventure, I'm going to start on the northern part of the island and for the most part, work my way down south, showing you guys the top things to do here. Starting here at Corolla Beach. Like this current, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before on the East Coast, to be honest. Like these waves are so rough. This is a very tranquil, picturesque destination known for its wide, sandy beaches and most importantly, the wild horses that roam freely. However, apparently most of the wild horses are in the northern part of Corolla Beach. Granted, I think you need four-wheel drive to get to it, so woo, look at the waves coming up. Another neat thing you can check out while you're here is the Currituck Lighthouse. You can see it kind of in the distance right there. It hits different when you're so far out deep in the Atlantic on a barrier island, seeing these crazy waves. It's really, really neat. But aside from that, the next place I recommend is the Currituck Banks Boardwalk in Maritime Forest. Only hiking here, no biking allowed, but I find it very interesting. You have to close the gate in order to protect wild horses, so you might see a wild horse on this trail. Coastal forests are very, very special. Just a different type of beauty. These type of forests are shaped by wind and salt spray from the ocean. The primary tree is the live oak. And why I say they're rare? Only 12,000 acres of maritime forests are left in North Carolina. This next one is not free, but I absolutely recommend it if you have the money and if you have a group. The Corolla Adventure Park. All these locations so far have been in Corolla, the town. Pretty scared of a lot of dumb things, and one of them is heights. Oh, here we go, baby. This is actually pretty fun. All right, baby. Look at this. That was awesome. I only did the first level because I'm a little bit stretched for time and I'm really scared of heights. But the next place that I recommend, going south 16 miles, Duck Town and the Boardwalk there. And now I get to explore a different section of the Outer Banks. It was one of the more prominent villages to explore, the Village Duck. The Boardwalk is a really cool place to go. This boardwalk is 1 mile long and it goes into the village of Duck. Another random fact about the Outer Banks, it's a pretty hot day, but since Outer Banks is so exposed and way out there in the Atlantic, it's very, very windy. Kind of cools me off. On the other side of the road is the actual Duck Village. It's quite spacious and very well decorated with many unique shops and restaurants. The Outer Banks is known for its unique geography with narrow strips of land bordered by the Atlantic on the east and the Sound on the west. This creates a very distinctive location. Roughly 30 minutes down south, one of the most popular attractions in the entire Outer Banks. This one's gonna be good. The Wright Brothers National Memorial. Such a historic spot. It commemorates the first successful powered flight by Orville and Wilbur Wright on December 17th, 1903. Thanks to my father-in-law, who used to be a pilot, he recommended this place. Absolutely worth a visit. This monument atop of Kill Devil Hill is actually where the Wright brothers conducted their glider tests. And they picked a pretty good spot considering the Outer Banks is very windy. Thanks to the Wright brothers for us who love and travel. Only 5 miles away, another one of the more popular places to visit here in the Outer Banks. Next up is the Jockey's Ridge State Park. This trail, 1.2 miles total, leads to the largest sand dunes on the East Coast. Let's go. Oh my gosh. If you live on the East Coast and you've never hiked a desert, this is by far the closest desert hike you're gonna get, and it is absolutely amazing. There it is, climbing the tallest sand dune on the eastern coast. Oh man, here it is, top of the tallest sand dune on the East Coast, and it feels so much better up here. The wind. Desert, well, I call it desert, for a very long stretch. While you can see the ocean, you can also see both sides of the Outer Banks. There's the Sound area, there's the ocean. You need to come here. Best hike in the Outer Banks, and did I mention, absolutely free to come here. I am pretty hungry. Relatively long day so far. The first out of 2 restaurants that I recommend here on the Outer Banks, pretty close to the beach, is Rundown Cafe. Rundown Cafe, pretty sweet so far. Outdoor patio where you can see the beach, ocean in the background. I got the mahi fish sandwich. Really, really good. I think they put a pineapple on it, and however they seasoned it, extremely good. So right now I'm passing through the town Nags Head, which I believe is the more popular town of the Outer Banks. The northern part and the southern part are a lot more isolated. What I learned earlier speaking to a local, the red flags that you see, if you see a red flag at a beach, that means the rip currents are very, very bad. The next thing is to rent a jet ski from Kitty Hawk Watersports. They say the infamous pirate Blackbeard was here. Don't mind me. Gonna sail to some pirate music. Oh my gosh, this was fast! Oh man! Oh, here we go, baby! Oh! Oh! So I guess now is a good time to bring up the fact that pirates were very active in the Outer Banks during the 17th and 18th century, taking advantage of the area's treacherous waters and hidden coves to evade capture. The Outer Banks' strategic location along the major shipping routes made it a hotspot for piracy. Notable pirates such as Blackbeard operated in the region using secluded inlets and islands for hiding and launching attacks on merchant ships. Their presence has left a legacy of lore and historical interest with numerous legends. Money can't buy you happiness, but money can buy you a jet ski, and jet skis make me happy. 41, baby! The only thing that I regret about doing this is my wife's not with me. But can I keep jet skiing? Oh no, baby, let's go! So a few things to say about that. I love jet ski. You can't go too far within the sound, but you can go far enough to where it's absolutely worth it. Driving again after jet skiing, it's kind of weird because I feel like I should be getting swayed by the ocean, but I'm not while driving, so it's yeah, that's my story. Now headed even further south to some of the lesser populated areas of the Outer Banks. Coquina Beach. Known for its wide, unspoiled stretches of sandy shoreline, it is so underrated and very peaceful, especially if you want to go to a beach with not many people at all. I'm gonna explore it properly. Oh, that wind feels so good. This is nice. It's part of Cape Hatteras National Seashore. The beach is named after coquina clams, small colorful shells that can be found along the shore. And there are so many of them. And now's a good time to explain that the Cape Hatteras National Seashore is a protected area stretching over 70 miles on the barrier islands from Bodie Island all the way to Ocracoke Island. It's known for its dynamic coastal environment, and the seashore is pristine but rough beaches, dunes, marshes, and maritime forests. It's so amazing. I'm one of the only people here. And over there, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it looks like they have horseback riding on the beaches as well. And four-wheel drive driving on the beach. And why are we doing all this? Not to live your life on the phone, but to live in real life. And only 1 mile away, basically across the street, is the Bodie Island Lighthouse. First built in 1847 and rebuilt twice, this current lighthouse dates back to 1872. It's 156 feet tall, and the black and white is very distinctive. It originally guided mariners through the treacherous waters in this area. And today it's part of the Cape Hatteras National Seashore and open to the public for tours. And apparently the top has beautiful 360 views of the region, including the marshland and the ocean. So bad news, you're able to climb it, but you have to get reservations through recreation.gov. But it's fine with me because I'm scared of heights. But the next place I recommend, only 2.5 miles south, is for kayakers and paddleboarders. You will love this. Here at the Oregon Inlet kayak launch, I brought my blow-up paddleboard for this. Beautiful day. Different country out here. What I really like about the Outer Banks, you get the sunrise from the Atlantic, and then you get the sunset from the other side where you around the Sound area. What an amazing first day. I'm camping right now at Oregon Inlet Campground. I save a lot of money traveling by camping. Instead of paying like $200 plus a night at a hotel or whatever, roughly $30 a night camping at a campground. Doing this makes a working class guy like me live a more fulfilling life because I'm the kind of guy, I love to travel. A lot of people have the idea you have to be rich to travel or save a lot of money and then maybe do 1-2 vacations a year. For me, working class guy, I can do this very, very often. Granted, I don't take airplane rides or anything like that. I'm mostly just drive to the destinations, but there's so much in a small region that I never knew about previous to this channel, and I believe that's also probably the same for you. But in case you do have the means, there are so many beach houses available for rent on the strip. The kayak launch is actually right across the street, so perfect way to end the day like this. But tomorrow, gonna go even further south in some of the more desolate regions where you really feel like you're out there. I'm actually very excited for it. But day 2 at the next place I recommend starts right now. Heading into Roanoke Island, gonna do some stuff there. First thing in the morning is the Front Porch Cafe, Manteo. Pretty good. All coffee is roasted in-house. They have a few different drip selections. Nearby is the historic city square of Manteo, another very quaint village nearby the waterside. Somewhere over there is, I believe, Festival Park. They told me to come back in on a Monday. I'm not going to be here, but that's an honorable mention. Lost Colony Tavern. Sweet little buildings around here. A lot of gift shops. Bike rack. Biking in the rain is a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be. It looks like they have a Pioneer Theater with live music. That's sweet. Really cool town. But I randomly just thought about this and some biking in the rain. A YouTuber I listened to, he said that in a way, to have a better life, he called it awakening, is conscious non-resistance. So I guess how I can put it is I'm being consciously not resistant to biking in the chilly rain, and working out pretty good so far. But anyways, now we're going way further south into the Outer Banks. About 42 miles away, this is gonna be the more desolate area. So while driving down south, I accidentally came across this, the Bodie Island Marsh blinds. Yes, this is cool and it's free. I'm gonna add it to the list. The marshland here is really cool and unique, and it's oddly colorful. I haven't seen marshland colorful like this. You can see the wildlife. My guess is that there's a lot more when it's not raining. Absolutely stop by when you're on your way heading down south. Pretty down south is Kinnakeet Beach. The rain is coming down pretty hard. I'm gonna just get my GoPro. Even when it's not raining, it's apparently an even more secluded beach than Coquina Beach. But I must say, it's very enjoyable seeing this rough current during this rain. I'm kind of upset with myself. I didn't bring my rain jacket. I should have known. But 11 miles more south is the tallest lighthouse in America. Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, one of the most iconic lighthouses in the country. Unfortunately, because of the repairs, we're not able to go inside. It stands 210 feet tall and was built in 1870 to guide ships safely through the treacherous waters of Cape Hatteras National Seashore. An honorable mention while you're down in this area is the Graveyard of the Atlantic. However, they're closed on Saturdays. Today is Saturday. But just think, it's 12 o'clock on day 2. How much has been accomplished? It's been amazing. Now, I'm gonna go back up north, find some more things. The next place I recommend is one of the highest rated restaurants on the Outer Banks, Miller's Waterfront Restaurant. When it's not a rainy day, usually they have this outdoor area open. However, you have waterfront windows, and then they have top floor that's opened up. Perfect location restaurant, right on the Sound, and also right next to the place where I rented the jet ski. I got the crab tacos. Very good. You have the atmosphere inside, really nice staff, really good food, and right next to the water. Now to the next place. And the last place I recommend here in the Outer Banks is Jennette's Pier. I gotta say, I love how none of the beaches I've been to so far have any parking fees, or anywhere I've been so far has any parking fees. Unfortunately, this pier does have an entry fee. What's really cool is you get to see the surfers very up close. The Outer Banks is kind of like you're going to another country because it's so far away from mainland. Anyways, in case you're ever interested in taking a trip to St. Augustine, the oldest city in America, highly underrated. See that video here? Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.